Hi, welcome to the market alert for Tuesday, the 14th of April 2026. So futures slide but off session lows as oil spikes above $100 per barrel ahead of Trump's 10 a.m. Hormuz blockade. That was yesterday, I think. I don't think it's today. I think it was yesterday. He was expecting much worse both for the equity market and oil prices. This morning the market sees the blockade as a negotiation tool, but nonetheless I feel the impact on stocks is quite modest. I agree with that. They moved higher as we suspected they would when we looked at the markets yesterday. Crude above $100 per barrel as Trump threatens Hormuz blockade, though reports suggest US-Iran talks continue. We'll just have to wait and see. And let's have a look at this headline. US blockading Strait will have widespread consequences, Iran's president warns. So again, more pressure on oil. The more pressure there is on oil, the higher the prices, the more chance of inflation becoming hyperinflation once again, as we saw in 21-22 following the COVID pandemic. What have we got today? We've got core PPI. This is from the US. It's all US for the first part of the day, and then 10 p.m. Lagarde is coming out tonight. So we'll see what she's got to say there as well. So let's have a look at the markets from yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So yesterday we see prices moving higher in the Dow. You can see they're coming off that gap, market filling the gap yesterday, and then overnight prices are sideways. We've got to take this resistance out that we can see here with this maroon sort of pink line. That's resistance to the upside. That needs to be taken out in order to move higher. Yesterday you can see that we had a bit of a shakeout there at mid-morning, and then off we went, and the market never looked back. A similar picture in the German DAX. You can see again getting back above the averages, but not the 200 MA. This is important. We need to take this out and the two sets of resistance in order to move higher, but given the uncertainty, that's going to take a bit more than a proposed or continuing conversation about peace agreements and all the rest of it. So at the moment, it looks like we're going to be sideways in these markets. There you can see again, as soon as the US came on board, the DAX moving higher. Overnight, we're above the high of yesterday, but we're also seeing a bit of a pullback there as well. But we are back above the 200 MA in the 30-minute chart there. In the S&P 500, this too moving higher, also breaking through resistance that we had yesterday to the left, which is useful. And let's just pull this down and move this across. I'm sure we're heading towards all-time highs in the S&P there. So all of this cluster of resistance lines there is the all-time high. So incredible, considering what's going on. But is it incredible? It's what we've seen for a very long time. So yesterday, the cash market moving down and then moving higher, and overnight remaining that way. Here in the UK, we were up. We filled the gap as well here, but overnight a bit more weakness. So have a look at that in a bit more detail. There's a bit of selling around, as we can see in this bar overnight. Prices are just drifting down towards the DP level. Let's see if they actually hold. And in the Nasdaq, it too moving back up. We got the all-time highs around this level. I think if we just move over there, you'll see there it is. There's the all-time high, which is just grab that and have a look, and just move this over, and you can see there we've got 26,257. So let's just save that. So yeah, the Nasdaq moving up quite nicely there as well. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see that same thing there, moving up sharply during yesterday and quite stable overnight there as well. Let's have a look at the US dollar. So in the US dollar, surprise, surprise, it's actually moving down, which again, either something's going on behind the scenes or the market's now given up. And it's actually probably positive, because he's retracted at this point to go and bomb the whole of civilization out of existence, which I suspect is why the markets are saying, well, okay, we can live with the blockade, but we can't live with annihilation. So again, probably why the US dollar's moving lower. If that's moving lower, the metals are moving higher. And there you can see 85 for Shanghai. Yesterday, 74 for the European market, the London market. And then Shanghai, there's a $9.40 premium at the moment. And then the gold silver ratio is also moving down as well there, which is also good to see. And the stress in the COMEX market at the moment is sitting around 72, which is still high stress there. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's trades. But just before we do that, let's have a look at crude oil prices. Again, they say they were above $100 a barrel. Well, Brent crude is down at 97 at the moment, which again is good news as far as that is concerned as well. So there's the sort of full picture of what the market's doing at the moment. Let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades in the German DAX 2-minute chart. So early on, the market was trading in a 50 to 70, well, about a 50-point range. We then traded sideways, and it was a choppy session with small trades. As you can see there, the first one, then we had one to the upside, and then we'll switch back again in a second, up and down. You can see that one was taken out before it was filled. That one was the same. There's another buy. There's another sell, which moved a bit further down to the 50 EMA for the morning. And then we head into the afternoon market again, sort of up and down in a defined range. And as we see there, spike up in the afternoon. That was on, again, war news, geopolitics. And then back to the low, and again we were up and down with small trades into the final part of the session, but very quiet considering how much was going on yesterday. Let's have a look and see where we are in the 2-minute chart, and at the moment there's not a lot going on. Very defined roll there. We've got the high up here, which is the market we'll want to try and attack. We've got the DP down here, but let me just reset that. And there you can see we're just choppy and sideways at the moment. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what Trump has in store today. You just never know. Yeah, have a great day. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.